hello. I hope that you're well. Welcome to Ovaltink ASMR. I am the aforementioned Oob. And today we're going to be reading, whispering some passages from a couple of Shakespearean plays, namely Macbeth, Julius Caesar, and The Merchant of Venice. I have chosen some. Let me think of how I want to phrase this. I have not chosen like the most famous monologues from these. I've gone for some of my like little other favorite parts. Obviously, like, the ones that are popular for a reason. Because they are pretty good, like He Says the Dag I See Before Me, or like Tomorrow, and Tomorrow from Macbeth, or like Friends, Romans, Countrymen from Julius Caesar. But I've chosen some alternative ones. But yeah, let's just get into it. Firstly, we have Macbeth. We are going to be reading from Act 1, Scene 555. This is actually I would say a pretty famous passage from Lady Macbeth, from Lady Macbeth. When I was in high school and we did Macbeth for English. I, in all my notes, I call this the Unsix Me speech because it's just, that's just how I refer to it and how I think of it still to this day. But anyways, let's just start. As I said, this is from Lady Macbeth in the play Macbeth, Act 1, Scene 555. The raven himself is hoarse that croaks under that. Oh my word. Let's just start over. I promise this is not gonna happen all the time. I'm good at reading, guys. At least like grade 4 level. The raven himself is hoarse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsix me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood, stop up the excess and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my foul purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breasts, and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief, mischief. Come, thick night, and pour thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound. Bro. Come, thick night, and pour thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold. To cry, hold. Let me actually see how long that took. That did not take very long. I'm thinking about whether I should read. Let me just go through some of the tingly phrases and then we'll move on to the next one. The first sentence I really like. The raven himself is hoarse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. The raven himself is hoarse that croaks the final entrance of Duncan under my battlements. The raven himself is hoarse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsix me here and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. Also, I'm just gonna say a fun word here: compunctious, not compunctuous. I think compunctious. That no stop up the excess and passage to remorse. That no compunctious visitings of nature shake my foul purpose, no keep peace between the effect and it, and it, and it. I will note, I try to sort of start with the most like aggressive kind of hardcore monologue passage, and then they sort of get nicer as we move on. So, not nicer in terms of quality, I mean like nicer in terms of like the feeling of the character. Obviously, Lady Macbeth is, asking evil spirits to, allow her to like enact or help her and her husband enact the very evil deeds that she wants to. And the last one is, this middle one is sort of kind of somewhat neutral, still sort of aggressive, and then the last one is very sort of loving and nice. But anyways, now let's move on to Julius Caesar. We are in Act 1. The scene is not on the scene 3, there we go. So this is just a somewhat random scene between some of the between some of the conspirators against Julius Caesar. I believe at this point the conspiracy is not like in full effect yet. But anyways, this is, as I said, Act 1, Scene 3, between Casca and Cassius. So we're sort of starting in the middle of the scene here. This printing does not have line numbers, but anyways, we'll start with Cassius saying, "Who's there?" Casca says, "A Roman." Cassius says, "Casca, by your voice." Casca says, "Your ear is good, Cassius. What night is this?" And then Cassius says, "A very pleasing night to honest men." Don't worry, we're going to get into like a longer piece here. I'm not going to be saying Casca, Cassius all the time. A very pleasing night to honest men, Casca. Whoever knew the heavens men are so, Cassius. Those that have known the earth so full of faults. For my part, I have walked about the streets, submitting me unto the perilous night, and thus unbraced, Casca, as you see, have barred my bosom to the thunderstone, and when the cross blue lightning seemed to open the breast of heaven, I did present myself, even in the aim and very flesh of it. I think let's repeat that. I love this part, talking about, the lightning and sort of giving yourself up to it. It's very cool. Anyways, the question that Casca asked was, whoever knew the heavens men. So, by the way, it is like hardcore. Let me just read the description of the scene here at the beginning. Thunder and lightning. I mean, that's it. They're on a street. So there's thunder and lightning to sort of give some context. So anyways, Casca asks, whoever knew the heavens menace so. Cassius then says, those that have known the earth so full of faults. For my part, I have walked about the streets, submitting me unto the perilous night, and thus unbraced, Casca, as you see, have bared my bosom, barred is to ours, have bared my bosom to the thunderstone, and when the cross blue lightning seemed to open the breast of heaven, I did present myself, even in the aim and very flesh of it. And then Casca replies with, but wherefore did you so much tempt the heavens? It is part of men to fear and tremble, when the most mighty gods and tokens send such dreadful heralds to astonish us. And then this part I also really like. Cassius then replies to that, saying, you are dull, Casca, and those sparks of life that should be in a Roman you do want, or else you use not. You look pale and gaze. Sorry. You look pale and gaze and put on fear and cast yourself in wonder to see the strange impatience of the heavens. But if you would consider the true cause, why all these fires, why all these gliding ghosts, why birds and beasts from quality and kind, why old men fool and children calculate, why all these things change from their ordinance, their nature and performed faculties to monstrous quality, why? You shall find that heaven hath infused them with these spirits to make them instruments of fear and warning unto some monstrous state. Now could I, Casca, name to thee a man most like this dreadful night, that thunders, lightens, opens graves, and roars as doth the lion in the Capitol, a man no mightier than myself or me, in personal action, yet a prodigious groan and fearful as these strange eruptions are. Who do you think it is? Casca then answers, "'Tis Caesar that you mean, is it not, Cassius? Or I guess Kaiser if we're in Fallout New Vegas." But yeah, I think that's as far as I'm going to go with this piece. Just a nice, as you can see, Cassius is sort of, putting out that messaging that Caesar's a bad guy and we should sort of deal with this, even though he's just a man. Even though he was just a man. We will, I think, let's go over that one again, because it's just, I really love this passage. Cassius says, "You are dull, Casca, and those sparks of life that should be in a Roman you do want, or else you use not. You look pale and gaze and put on fear and cast yourself in wonder to see the strange impatience of the heavens. But if you would consider the true cause, why all these fires? Why all these gliding ghosts? Why birds and beasts from quality and kind? Why old men fool and children calculate? Why all these things change from their ordinance, their natures and preformed faculties to monstrous quality? Why? You shall find that heaven hath infused them with these spirits, to make them instruments of fear and warning unto some monstrous state. Now could I, Casca, name to thee a man most like this dreadful night, that thunders, lightens, opens graves, and roars as doth the lion in the Capitol." Thought I heard some knocking. "A man no mightier than thyself or me in personal action." I feel like I messed up the timing there. "A man no mightier than thyself or me in personal action, yet prodigious grown and fearful as these strange eruptions are." As these strange eruptions are. There's another part that I actually really wanted to read to you guys, but I couldn't find it. There is one of the conspirators against Caesar. Oh, spoilers for Julius Caesar. I can't remember the name, but there is some like a priest or something, another character who shares the name with one of the conspirators that killed Caesar. And after Caesar is killed in this kind of little bit of pandemonium in the city, in Rome, some people who are kind of, I think, just citizens who are like sympathetic to Caesar were like, "Oh, there's that guy, I don't remember his name, let's say, oh, that must be Frank the no, they said, "Oh, hey, you, what's your name?" And then the guy said, "Oh, my name's Frank." And then they were like, "Frank, that's the name of the conspirator, we should kill this guy." And then the guy's like, "Wait, I'm Frank the priest, not Frank the senator dude, leave me alone." I don't know, it was just such a weird kind of funny moment in the middle of everything that was happening. But anyways, now we're gonna move on to The Merchant of Venice. This is the play that sort of made me interested in Shakespeare. This is the first Shakespearean play that we did in high school, in grade 10. When we were reading this in class, I played Bassanio, and yeah. And then I guess I will mention we did not do Julius Caesar, so I didn't play anyone. But in Macbeth, I was Macbeth, because I volunteered. I guess I really liked sort of overacting when I read in class, just to make it not boring. But anyways, we are in The Merchant of Venice, Act 2, Scene 3. This is between Jessica and Lancelot, and this is one of my favorite little phrases as well. So we start with Jessica. Okay, we are in Shylock's house in Venice. Enter Jessica and Lancelot the clown. Jessica says, "I am sorry thou wilt leave my father so. Our house is hell, and thou a merry devil." I love that. "Our house is hell, and thou a merry devil. Didst drop it of some taste of tediousness. But fare thee well, there's a ducat for thee. And Lancelot, soon at supper shalt thou see Lorenzo, who is thy master's guest. Give him this letter, do it secretly, and so farewell. I would not have my father see me in talk with thee, sorry." And then Lancelot says, tears exhibit my tongue, most beautiful pagan, most sweet Jew. If a Christian do not play the knave and get thee, I am much deceived, but adieu. These foolish throbs do something. Drown my manly spirit, adieu. Then Lancelot walks off, and then Jessica says, farewell, good Lancelot. Alack, what heinous sin is it in me to be ashamed to be my father's child? But though I am a daughter to his blood, I am not to his manners. O Lorenzo, if thou keep promise, I shall end this strife, become a Christian, and thy loving wife. Yeah, so just wonderful. Lancelot, as he finally decides to leave his master, Shylock. I love Lancelot in this play. He is, when he's talking to, he's like, good Gobbo speech is one of my favorites, but I decided to leave that one for today, maybe some other time. Let's just read that first line again. I am sorry thou wilt leave my father's house. Our house is hell, and thou a merry devil. Didst rob it of some taste of tediousness. I am sorry thou wilt leave my father's cell. Our house is hell, and thou a merry devil. That is in parentheses, in brackets. Our house is hell, and thou a merry devil. Didst rob it of some taste of tediousness. Taste. Taste of tediousness. We have some nice lemon and ginger tea over here. I hope you also have some sort of hydration, some sort of water or tea or whatever you would like to drink. And I think, friends, I think that's going to be it. Kind of a short video. I posted a community post. That sounds weird to say. I made a community post, there we go, where I spoke about, I filmed like a little like wardrobe tour thing. I'm gonna edit it later, I didn't really like that video when I was editing it. It was really long, that's not why I didn't like it. It's just so I was like showing off all my jackets, but they were like, I can't see what I'm filming. Like, I'm filming this on the back camera of my phone, and I don't have any way to like see what I'm actually doing as I'm doing it. So when I was talking about my jackets, they just were not in frame. And so yeah, that was really annoying. I was thinking of maybe like filming the jackets just separately so you guys could see, but I was just over it at that point. So yeah, I might film that sort of video again at some other point. Maybe I'll get like a mirror or something so I can actually see. But anyways, that's besides the point. Anyway, end of the postscript of this video. So yeah, I kind of rushed this week to just find something quick that I could do, and I thought, hey, I could just read some Shakespeare. Why not? Anyways, on that bombshell, I will bid you adieu. Very weird squeaky noise outside. Adieu. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next